Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here today. We're going to take a quick look at UOS, and just before we do, quickly peek over at Bitcoin as well, kind of see what's going on. It's pretty much just stuck here at about 56,000, and when I say stuck, it's pretty much ready to drop at the bottom. It's definitely struggling here today, and the bottom line is we're going to lose 58,000 as a support level. 56 may establish itself as a support level moving forward. We'll see here soon what happens, but there's not a lot of support in between 58 and 53. So there's a great chance we might see 53,000 this week. That could happen. So just be prepared for that. I'm just recommending to my patrons and whomever else will be listening to just keep adding to your position, start dollar cost averaging on your coins as the prices go lower, because this might be the last buying opportunity we have before the prices increase and we get that blow off drop from Bitcoin. Just bear that in mind. We are right on the verge there. One last thing, we are well below the 50-day simple moving average on the one-day chart, which is notoriously a strong support or resistance level, and right now working as a resistance. Okay, that's kind of what we're looking at here. Now taking a look here at UOS, let's go ahead and peek at this first. Oh, also too, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, right? I just love trading and I love helping people become better traders. I have been trading for over 15 years, and my goal is to help you become more self-sufficient, get better, for lack of better terms. I have a trading community designed for that purpose. So if you're a little newer to the trading or even experienced and you would benefit from signals that I send out for every single trade that I take, check that out. I send out 1 to 3 signals per day on average when we're actually in a stable market. Right now, Bitcoin, everything's kind of on pause. I'm not going to lie. Bitcoin's kind of screwing the pooch on a lot of different altcoins, minus ones like this, right? So we'll go ahead and take a look at this. Now, on the one-day chart, we got the moving averages trailing behind. No worries there. We're up over 70 on the RSI. Fantastic. We love to see that. That should effectively work as a support level moving forward. And what probably is going to happen is we'll see somewhere in the range of like 155 likely become a support in the future. Because that's currently the major resistance level drawn out by the previous Fibonacci retracement. We'll need to reevaluate this here again and kind of make sure that we're on the right track with that. But simply put, we're looking, yeah, it's definitely taken off, but we'll see what's going on. All right, so looking at the 4-hour chart. 50-day simple moving average worked as a resistance tentatively, then a potential support. Moving forward, we can expect that to be a support level. We're over 70 on the RSI. I don't love this. Usually that implies on the 4-hour chart that we're going to see a reversal soon. So keep in mind, we are definitely on the overextended side. In fact, you can see it right as way. Look at this. This is plain as day. So taking a look at TD Sequential, what it does, it takes the current candlestick and looks 4 candlesticks back and keeps counting up until 9 if it's higher, right? Or lower, of course, on the downside. So if this number 9 here basically tells us we should normally see a state of consolidation. We saw a state of consolidation, but it continued to increase, and now it's ramping back up again. So we're like in extreme overtime right now, for lack of better terms. Keep in mind, this wasn't an unhealthy consolidation. That was roughly about 6-7 candlesticks worth of consolidation. So like, 20, 24 hours worth of consolidation. That's all well and good. But it was increasing at the same time and didn't get enough time to maybe potentially, I guess, consolidate, for lack of better terms. So just keep in mind, we're definitely in overtime right now and it's overextended, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stop, right? Because momentum like this has a tendency of just continuing on. And from what I can see, this was a healthy enough continuation here, even though, albeit, yes, it was increasing, it was also going sideways too. So even though this kind of tells us that it's overextended, that should be enough consolidation, right? 1 full day of consolidation, sideways action, even if it goes up a little bit, is still better than nothing. So that gives it that extra gas in the tank, right? Got a nice little pit stop, nice little, got to sleep in, so to speak, and now it's running a marathon. So all well and good. I don't see anything negative about there, except for the fact that, again, RSI is closer to 85. That's pretty high. So what we probably want to do is wait for the RSI to start tapering off and coming back down, and that's a consideration to start trimming your position. But it's still on the increase. There's no reason to exit your position just yet, and we'll see if there's anything else kind of screaming at us here. Kind of normal stuff here in TD Sequential for the 1 hour. Taking a look at the cloud, we can see we're well above the cloud. The conversion line's above the baseline. That's awesome, and this lagging span is essentially not even close to the price action currently. So the typical rule of thumb on Ishimoku is to wait for the price, basically the lagging span, to intersect with the price, and that's when you want to exit your position. Yeah, so we're well away from that. As you can see here, though, look, it came really close, kind of gave us this little bounce, but it just kept on going. And the key takeaway there is that we wouldn't want to exit because this conversion line is above the baseline. All right, so good stuff there for Ishimoku. I really like that. All in all, looking very darn good here for UOS. So let's go ahead and get a quick peek here. Let's go ahead and just see what this retracement is going to be telling us. and kind of draw out some zones here. We can see a nice strong resistance level. That's where we saw that consolidation period for about 24 hours at 140, 149. We can round up and say 150. And then what we have here, of course, is a major resistance. Well, tentative resistance is only tested twice so far at 175. Sorry, that's 176. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and mark some other lines as well. Because if this continues on, just say for example, because this is about 5 trading days. If we see this kind of momentum in the next 5 trading days, again, we need to have a consolidation period first before that happens. So just say the next 6 days, we could very well see a price somewhere in the range of 245. Okay, now that's very liberal in my personal opinion. I think the likelihood of that happening is kind of low based on the sheer fact that this is fairly overextended in general. In fact, why don't we take a look at the 1-day chart again, just to identify roughly what that's looking like. We're at a 4 on TD sequential, so hypothetically, this could continue on. I mean, there is no doubt that it very well could hit $2.45 in the near future. That's not a bad little option there. That would put us right in a range of about almost a 40% increase. So yeah, good healthy returns. Hopefully you got in early. If you did, comment below. Love to hear from you. But yeah, I think UOS is looking very, very good right now. Very bullish. Just bear in mind, these are very strong, very long candlesticks. That being said, usually when you have 3, 4, 5 longer candlesticks like that in a row, you can typically see a red day to follow. Okay, so I just want to kind of throw that disclaimer out there. If we see red soon, it wouldn't be a terrible thing. It would be very healthy and very normal. Okay, we kind of want to see that honestly too, so it has more of a chance to kind of breathe and then ramp up again. But on the short term, everything on the small time frame looks really good. The 4 hours a bit on the overextended side, but we did get that nice 24-hour consolidation period, so it very well could continue upwards now as we speak. So I'll be excited to check this one out again soon, see what's going on. But I think all in all, UOS has strong potential to hit that mark, and we might even see that here in the near future. So I'd say, again, best case scenario, 245 in the next 1 week. I would so just say month end, right? 245. But worst case scenario, we get some sideways action, some consolidation to come back down to one of these major support levels. I confidently can say, though, that 150 should hold based on the amount of time that is spent there. In fact, why don't we just quickly look at the volume? Yeah, look at that. Look how much volume is there. That's a pretty strong volume profile, and that typically works as a very strong support, right? So that's reaffirming that support on the Fibonacci retracement line at 149, round number 150. So just bear in mind, 150 is a really, really good support zone. So we're going to probably see the price go hopefully a little bit more sideways before it increases further. If it does increase further, just bear in mind it might come down faster based on the fact that it's still a little overextended. But all in all, very good stuff here. So I'm excited to see what happens here next. So I want to thank you so much for joining me here. We'll go ahead and take another look at this soon. Appreciate you the week rest, of course, from my community members, and I look forward to, I guess, looking at this again later. So thanks again. Join my Patreon community if you haven't already. Awesome experience. Looking forward to getting to know you better. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time.